Today, we're gonna build some tiny houses in The Sims 4. But the challenge is that every single tiny house is a different challenge. And not just one challenge, but 2 challenges. So let's start, shall we? We freaking shall. And here are the 2 challenge wheels, and we got all of the classic Sims building challenges over here. Like, for example, the budget challenge, size, decade, starter home, season. You know, the classic ones, we got them all. And now, as I said, we're gonna have 2 challenges for each tiny house. And some of these challenges do not work together. For example, each room is a different size, and each room is the same size. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't work together. So when that happens, we just have to spin again, as you normally would. Alright. And also, some of these challenges are per room. So for example, the level 1, that is gonna be each room is a different level, because it would have been boring if the whole house was just one level, if it's the level challenge. But if we get the color one, then the whole house is gonna be one color. You follow me? Good. And the most exciting part, almost all of these challenges have their own little wheel or generator that we're gonna spin if we get them. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of wheels today, that's for sure. But that was the challenges, and here are the lots that we're gonna be using today. And yes, we're gonna do 4 houses, 4 tiny houses, and they're actually gonna be tiny houses, okay, with a maximum of 64 tiles each. So we gotta remember that we are gonna make actual tiny houses. Whoa. So without further ado, let's begin with tiny home number 1, and we're gonna spin for that now. So righty, let's spin the first wheel. Spin that wheel. 8 Sims. 8 Sims. Oh, okay. I was not prepared for that. But alright, not the worst. Let's spin the other wheel. Spin that wheel. And we got the style panel. Okay. I mean, that could either be very, very good or very, very bad. So let's go over to our style panel wheels. And look at here. We got our style panel wheel. And we also got a number of styles that we're gonna have. So we could have 1 style to choose from, or 5. Just to have a little bit more excitement in our lives, So, right, let's spin for the number of styles that we're gonna have. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're gonna have 2. Not the worst one. The worst one would have been 1 style. Okay, 2. Good. And let's spin for the styles. Ooh, shabby. Okay, shabby. I mean, that's not bad. It's not really that good either, but okay, let's spin for the next one. And that's gonna be storybook. All right, storybook. I don't know how that's gonna work together. I'm not really sure what's in the storybook yet. So panel, but we shall see. Okay, kind of worried, but I'm kind of here. So our first tiny house is gonna be for 8 Sims, and you can only use items from the shabby and storybook style panel. So let me just first of all see how many tiles we can have. Okay, so like there. Then we need 8 Sims. First of freaking all. Oh no, I need to choose my styles. So shabby and storybook. Now please say that one of these styles actually has a bunk bed, because otherwise we're gonna be in big trouble. Okay, so let's see. Beds. Oh my gosh, we have 1 bunk bed. Okay, that was good. We got the shabby bunk bed, and we need 4 of those bunk beds with a bed underneath. That's gonna take up a lot of space, but we're gonna manage, hopefully. All right, so what do we got in the rest of the sections? Yeah, a lot of shabby storybook items. I see. Does it have any doors and windows? Oh, it does. Got some windows too. Good. Now I'm not so worried anymore. But I think before we start this house, we need to do a little inspiration tour, because how am I gonna make a shabby storybook house for 8 Sims that is also a tiny home? I gotta do some inspiration. So what do I think of when I think of 8 Sims? I mean, I gotta be honest, when I think of 8 Sims, I think of that very tall house that Karen and Connie made in one of their videos. That's the only thing I could think of. So maybe we can do that. I want to make a funky, squaggly house. Did you know? So what if we just make some boxes and then just put them on top of each other, all very hoity-toity up in there, and we're gonna have 4 floors. Whoa! I mean, that is beautiful. We got 64 out of 64 tiles. Hey, that's 1 tall and weird house, I gotta say. And I think we're gonna have the stairs outside, because otherwise it's gonna take up all the room on the inside. So we can like wrap the staircase around the whole house. That could be kind of cool. We certainly can. But I think before we put up the staircase and the exterior and stuff like that, it would be kind of good to put in some test furniture, just to see if we have space for everything. That'd be a good deal. So first of all, let's put in the beds, and I think that this room right here could be perfect for the bedroom. So we got 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. That's not gonna work. That is 6 people. Can I squeeze it in like so? No, that is way too much. Those poor people. Okay, so we got 6 people there. Can we put this one somewhere else? Ooh, we can maybe have it up there. Yeah, I mean, that could maybe be a good placement. And then we put up some curtains or whatnot to make it a little bit cozy. And then the rest of the room, that can be like a living room, a little tiny living room with a couch and a TV or something. And then this floor, that can be the kitchen. So if you have a fridge over there, and a stove, and a counter, and the sink can be there. Then we need a dining table. Ooh, right. I don't think that we can squeeze in a dining table for 8 people. I gotta be honest. But I think that on the outside, we can put up some tables and stuff like that. They're outside people, you know. We can have a little small table in there, kitchen, and then we also need a bathroom. bathroom. That can be in here. And I think I'm actually gonna put up a little wall right there, just so you don't come straight into the bathroom, you know, from the outside. That would have been kind of what it's on. So we're gonna have a teeny tiny little entryway. Then we're gonna have a bathtub or something. Then we need a sink and a toilet. Boom. All right. So I think we got all the test furniture in. Let's see. Living room, one bed, bedroom, kitchen, bathroom. That's all you need, right? Yeah, I think so. All right. So now we're gonna begin with the beautiful exterior. Whoa, whoa. And what a hoot and a half that's gonna be. And where are the stairs even gonna be? Okay, so we have a staircase right there, and I put up the door right there. Oh gee, how are they gonna get in there? Can I rotate it? No, I don't think that's gonna work. Nope. Right. I gotta make some platforms and stuff like that. Hold on a minute. Put up the staircase and the platform right there, and now we need another staircase. And where can that staircase go up to? If I just, oh no, if I just place the staircase right there, and then make another platform right there, maybe. No. Oh, I'm so confused. Right, what if I have another platform right there, and another one actually? Now we have 65 tiles. Oh, what am I gonna do? I need another staircase. No, I don't. I don't need another staircase. Yes, I do. We have another floor. Okay, I was just confused again. We have another staircase right there. That's okay. Maybe we need another platform, but now we got 65 tiles. Oh, yikes. All right, back to the drawing board. And welcome back. I fixed it. Got my staircase up there, staircase up here, and I just turned it around so it perfectly aligns with that platform. We got another platform up to here, and bada bing, bada boom. We got 64 tiles, people. Woo! Good. The staircases are now up. Yay! And now for the wallpapers. Our beautiful wallpapers. What we got? We got the shenanigan going on. Okay. So I feel like each floor is gonna get its own color, because I want it to be a little bit messy, a little bit out there. So what if this is like green, can be yellow maybe, and on the bottom we could have some bricks. That's always fun. And then that one, that can be another color. Yeah. Something like so. And then we need to put up our windows. And what windows do we got? We got lots. So maybe on the top floor we could have the beautiful Shrek windows, maybe. Sort of like so. And then on this floor, ooh, we can maybe have some of this. That's kind of cute. Maybe throw in this window as well. You know, I don't want things to match that well. No, I do not. All right, and then for the roofs, what roof shape are we gonna go for? I mean, we don't really have that many roofs to roof around with. That can be like so. Take it in a little bit. Maybe have a swaggle around there too. And then just a teeny tiny little roof on that one. Oh, and then we can take this part out maybe. For some reason we are. That's kind of cute. And then the roof tiles. And then we can go for something like so. Do we have any roof trims? Oh, yes, we do. Perfect. Okay, so we got our roofs on. Now, what do we gotta do now? I mean, I think that this blaze needs some columns to just frame it all in. I'm gonna use the werewolf columns. Pop them on there in different colors. You can have a white color. And then for the yellow floor, you can get brown. And you, my friend, what are you gonna get? I don't even know. Maybe something like so. And then for the exterior trims, do we have any? Okay, we have that one and that one. Okay, good. That's what I needed. Some exterior trims in another color though. In that one. Whoa. Ooh, maybe we should have some columns on the bottom too to support it all. And we could use a different color. Maybe that one. We need some support. I mean, hello. This place is about to fall down. And then maybe we could have like another column over there and one over here as well. We gotta support this whole house. I mean, look at it. Gee, that's a cute old house, I gotta say. But this house also do need some more columns. I didn't finish that, but it also needs some more details. And what details are we gonna put up? I think first of all, we're gonna put up some corbels. That's we gotta support this place. You know, it's one wind chime of falling down. And then, we also need some plant pots here and there. And maybe we could also put up some vines here and there. Because hello, look at this place. It needs some vines. And I think inside the roof, it would also be kind of cool if we put up this one inside there. Change up the color. Now that could be kind of cool. Kind of like that. Also put up a little veranda panda for the shapes. And then, some tree branches, wall light, whatever they're called. Oh, I'm gonna put that up. What a hoot and a half that's gonna be. And maybe even some plants on the roof. That we also need. If I can put them up though. Let's see. Not there. Size them down a little bit. No. Size them even more down. Come on. Place yourself. There. Beautiful. Oh, and then we can also put up this right there to get some details, some shapes. You knew? Oh, I picked it up. Gee. And then we could also have some dormers. These cute old ones. And also maybe a hole. Oh, and the chimney. Oh, wait. They don't have the new chimney in here. My squaggly chimney. My favorite chimney. We can't use it. All right, what we're gonna use instead? This one. Sure, we can use that one. Then also some more plants on the roof. Better be putting them up. Yay. And then I found the sign, and I thought that we could maybe put up the sign right there. That could be kind of cute. And then what else we got? I mean, we have this one. Do we really need that though? I don't know, but I kind of want it. You can be right there. And ta. Here is our exterior. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she beautiful? I do really think so. It's a huge old mess. Nothing matches, but that's exactly how I want it to be. Beautiful. 10 out of 10. Don't really want to do that again because it was kind of stressful. But our exterior is now finito. And now we're gonna furnish the insides. Alright, I'm gonna leave the landscaping at the end because I'm kind of worried about what we're gonna do because we have no plants. Yeah, we have nothing. But we got these ones though. Maybe we can make something funky with that. Who knows? But alright, let's begin with the insides. And what are we gonna start with first? I mean, I do think I want to start with this floor right here because I'm kind of worried. What a fun old time. So what do we got in the wallpaper section? I mean, we can go for this one for now. Kind of boring, but so am I. And first of freaking all, we're gonna change out that ugly dining table for something a little bit better. Maybe this one. I mean, it isn't that much better, but it is cute. It has some character. And then for the rest of the kitchen, I mean, I'm gonna be nice today, and I'm gonna give them a little bit better of a fridge. Maybe for green color. Hey, that could be cool. And then for the stove, I mean, you're just gonna have that stove. This is a shabby house after all, you know. But I think we're also gonna change out the counter for this one. And then the sink. Oh, they have the matching sink. Okay, good. Gonna have that one. Yeah. And now for the kitchen knickety-knacks. Do we have any knickety-knacks, by the way? Or else I'm gonna be sad. Oh, okay, we got some. We got some tins and stuff. Good. Now I'm happy. Alright. Beautiful. So I'm gonna be putting up my kitchen knickety-knacks and also my cabinets. Gonna be a lovely kitchen that. And look at that. Look at that. We got our cute old kitchen corner over here. And then for the curtains. What type of curtains are we gonna go for? I mean, I think we're gonna go for the top curtain because that's iconic. Gonna be putting that up on my windows in a different color though. Go for that one. That's kind of cute. Well, cute isn't the right word. But you know. What about this one? The tools are fired over there for some reason. I needed something there. And then for a table, we also need some table knickety-knacks because that would be kind of cute and nice, you know, with also this rug or tiles or whatever it is. That can fit in there. And then on top of here, we could maybe squeeze in some shelves with some more stuff on that. Some little bits and bobs if we can find it. And now you know. And what are we gonna have in that corner? It's kind of empty. I want something there. Maybe we could put up another counter and that can be our coffee corner. Everybody needs a little coffee corner. We do not have a coffee machine. We have a microwave and a cupcake machine. What? Hold on. I feel like the restoration workshop kit should be in the shabby section because they have a lot of shabby stuff. But alright, we're gonna have a microwave there instead. And maybe we can have something on top of there. Like these ones over here. That can be on top of the microwave. Like so. And then we can have some herbs and spices and some other very random things on the wall. And whatever this is, we're gonna have that too. And then for the piece of resistance, people, I'm just gonna put up a lot of dirt on the walls to make it all shabby up in here. That was not correct, Nora. Fix it. Ah! But it's gonna be like that. Look at this. All the mess and the grime on the walls. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. What happened there? I don't want to know. Beautiful kitchen / dining room. All finished up. And what are we gonna start with now? I mean, maybe we can do this floor, the third floor, the bedroom. We got to figure this out. So let's start with that. Alright, so for this bedroom, we got 6 beds. So maybe they need a bedside table. You, my friends, you can get a barrel. No, it's not a barrel. It's a crate, people. And then you guys, you can get that one. And alright, so what if you get that lamp and then that person gonna get his own lamp put on the floor because they don't want to share that crate. Oh no, they don't like each other. But these peeps, they like each other, so they're gonna share the bedside table, just sort of like so. And then the peeps on the top, they also need a light, so they're gonna get this one. Hey, T.O.O.L, beautiful. And what about some carpets, people? We could squeeze in some carpets. I go like so. I want it to be a little bit messy, a little bit patchworky. That was not a word, but we will move past that. Alright, what else do they need? I mean, they need a dresser. Can we squeeze in a dresser over there? Barely. Okay, I'm gonna slice that down a teensy bit, kind of like so. And then, you guessed it, we're gonna put some knickety-knacks on that. Isn't that cute? Got a little TV and everything. And then on the other side, what can we have on the other side? I don't know. Let's put up a lot of random stuff. Let's put it all up. Ta-ta, some very random stuff. And also a cuckoo clock. There you go. It's not a cuckoo clock. It's a clock at least. Anyways, I'm gonna put up my curtains on all of the windows. Not like that. Oh my gosh. Almost did it correctly. Ta-ta. And what do we need now? Some good old dirt on the floor and on the walls. This is what a place this is. Oh la la. Beautiful. Look at this messy old room. Hey. Oh, and by the way, if you worried about the wines on the walls and about that disrupting the view, I'm gonna fix that later on. Don't you worry. I'm gonna hide it all up. I'm gonna use the basement trick and the opposite of the basement trick. I'm gonna fix it. Don't you worry. I'm gonna fix it. But okay, on to our next floor, which is gonna be the first floor actually, because I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this mess. So we're gonna do the bathroom now. Right. And I think for the bathroom, we're gonna delete this one and put in that one instead because that is a lot cooler. We're gonna keep the toilet and get another sink. Maybe that one. It's a little bit better. I made it back that and everything. And I don't know what happened to my game. It's just black. I can't press anything. I can't. Oh no. I gotta restart this. Well, alrighty, we're back, people. And I had actually saved. I just had to do like a little bit of retouching here and there. But I had safe for the most part, alright? No worries. So we now got to put up some little knickety knacks in the bathroom. And do we have any bathroom knickety knacks? Shabby and storybook. I mean, we got a towel, a hand towel. We do not have any toilet paper, but you can use this as toilet paper. Hey. And then we could even put up a little picture over there and a teeny tiny plant on the toilet. Sure. And then on the other side, I mean, oh, we have a towel rack that we have. We can also get this one for some reason. We might need that one day. And then maybe just a rug for some color. That's all. And then we can't really squeeze anything in here, actually. I mean, maybe except for this box. Sure. Beautiful bathroom, I must say. Fantastic, amazing. And now for the last floor up here. Finally. And I'm actually gonna change out the couch to maybe this one in another color. Ooh, we can go for that. Then we have a table over there, and then our beds over here. Right. All right. Ooh, I'm nervous. I have no plans for this at all. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but something indeed I'm gonna do to separate the bedroom from this room. I mean, I could put up a wall, but that's boring, real boring. We're gonna do something else. I just need to think. That's what I gotta do. I gotta think. All right, I think I got an idea. So what if we put up some spandrels? Oh my gosh, shabby storybook. We put up some spandrels, and for that, I just need to put up a wall, like so. Then I'm gonna get him me spandrels, put on shabby and storybook, and then with also some columns. I wish that I could have a column in the middle, but I can't. Whoa. But hey, that's kind of cool. And then for the piece of resistance, people, we are gonna put up this one right up there. Now, come on, that's kind of cute. I love it. Cozy old moment. Beautiful. We also need a nighttime table over there, so there you go. And then we can also have a little gnome for some reason. Cute old guy. And also some posters back there, real squaggled up. And then maybe some books just along there. Cute. Now for the rest of the room, the living room, the actual living room. We're gonna start with the coffee table over here. Did we have a TV? Oh, yes, we did. We're gonna get that one. Another color. And then also some more knickety knacks on there. And ooh, we can have the stool over there. And then we can just squeeze on a little light. That's a cute old moment. And then for the rag situation, what are we gonna do for the rag situation? Maybe I can put up some newspapers. I love those newspapers. And maybe we can have that rag over there. Sure. Fun enough for me. Then maybe we can have this over the door for some reason. And then for the curtains for that window. What oh, we can have this one. Yes, please and thank you. What happened to those curtains? We do not want to know, people. No. And also some more dirt on the walls. Need to forget about that. Just all along there. And ta-ta. That was the living room right over here. And also got a little cute bedroom in there. And that's kind of cute. I like that. Shabby old storybook moment. Mwah. And that was all the floors, all the rooms, all done up. And now we gotta do the landscaping. I'm kind of worried about landscaping because we have no plants except for these two. But what else can we do? Do we have any debug stuff? No. Okay. Well, I do kind of want to put up a fence that is broken down. So maybe I just gotta do that myself. You just align them up like so. I don't know. That looks weird, doesn't it? You know what we could have? Oh my gosh. Please. Oh, we have bars. We have lots of bars. Oh, that doesn't fit. Oh, darn it. I thought that would fit. That would have been so cool if that just fits right into the columns. But it doesn't. But it still looks kind of cool though. Like from here. Hey, am I gonna keep that? It's not gonna be usable at all and it doesn't really fit. If only this room was like 2 tiles bigger. If only. Am I gonna do that? I don't think so. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna keep that for now and think about it and see what I do. And in the meantime, I don't know what we're gonna do in the meantime. Alright, in the meantime, I fixed up the fence a little bit. And I think it would be kind of funny if we just put up a gate, like right there, with nothing stopping you to just go straight past that. But they still have a gate. It's still standing. Nothing can break that gate down. Oh, no. No. And maybe we can have a table over here because we don't have enough spaces for the people to eat inside. As you knew, we got one little table over here. Maybe put a rug under there. Why not? And then right here, we're gonna have a mailbox, another barrel of a trash bin. And then in the back here, we also need another table, another eating place. And what else can we have? Oh, we can have this bonfire. Yeah. And and I also was kind of thinking, you know, there are 8 people living in this house. They only have 1 bathroom. So they're gonna get an extra toilet if they want to. If they want to do their business outside. And I popped up. Okay, hello. And you know what? They're also gonna get a washing tub right in there. You don't have a clothing line, but that's not my problem. And then last but not least, I am gonna try my best to put up some plants with the 2 plants that we got. The 2 plants that we got, people. 2 of them. I'm gonna put them up. And ta-ta-ta-ta. Put up our plants the best that I could. Put up some fairy homes, some bird houses, some gnomes, and a little pond. And I was also gonna put up some terrain paint, but realized I can't because we don't have that. And then I just checked all of the styles, and none of the styles has any terrain paint. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cheat and just put up a little bit of terrain paint here and there, okay? That ain't hurting anybody. And none of the styles has any terrain paint, okay? So I think that is allowed. You know, just a little teeny tiny bit, like so. Got some terrain paint here and there, creating some shadows and whatnot. And I have decided to keep that bar because it's ridiculous. It doesn't really fit in, but nothing in this house fits in. So, ta-ta, house 1 is now finito. Wow, beautiful little place. And I'm gonna do the official house tour at the end of this video, so look forward to that or not. But anywho, so we are now gonna skedaddle onto tiny house number 2. So without further ado, let's spin that wheel for house number 2. And we got starter home. Alright. So we gotta have the budget of a starter home, people. Okay, that's like 20,000 Somalians. Good, I guess. But alright, let's spin the other wheel. And we got the same size. So each room has to be the same size. And you know what that means? We are gonna do the random number generator. And hey, here we are. So our minimum is 2 tiles, just to give us a little bit of chance. And our maximum is 20 tiles. Because you have to remember that this is gonna be a tiny house. If you go further than that, we're gonna have some big problems. So without further ado, let's generate. Okay, 9 tiles. That is good, I think. Okay, 9 tiles. Can we squeeze in the bed with that? Oh, now I'm kind of worried. So right, 9 tiles. I don't think we can squeeze in a double bed, or we can, but there can only be 1 person sleeping in that bed. You know? And I mean, these rooms do not have to be the same shape, so it could be 9 tiles as in a line. But I don't think that that's gonna help us in any sort of capacity. But alright, we're gonna live with 9 tiles, so not the greatest move. But alright, so we gotta figure out this layout first. I'm just gonna put in some test furniture so I remember the rooms, and I also gotta remember our budget. That is also right. Oh, I kind of forgot about that. But to make this a starter home, this whole lot has to be a total of 20,000 simoleons, and this lot is actually worth 1,500 simoleons. So we gotta minus that with 20, and what do we get? 18,500 simoleons. So 18,500 simoleons, that has to be our lot value in the end. So we gotta do this layout. Okay, so that is the primary bedroom, and maybe we need a kitchen, or not maybe, we do need a kitchen. So for that we need a fridge, counters. Oh, we also need a light. We need lights, people. 1 light there, 1 light there. You know what? I'm not gonna use those counters. No, I refuse. We're gonna go for these ones at 120. Not that bad. And then we need a sink, and I think, okay, so a counter sink, that costs 125. And how much is a standalone sink? 150. Okay, we're gonna have that. And then we also need a stove. That can be right there. Not the best placement for the stove, but hey ho. And ooh, okay, right here we can have a dining room. We need a table and also some chairs. What else do we need? We need a living room, so for that we need a couch and some sort of TV shenanigan over there. Okay, and also a bathroom. Hey. And then ooh, I kind of do want a shower tub combo. That would have been cute. Maybe we can afford a better one, who knows. And then on the other side we could have our sinks, and you know what, I'm gonna splurge out, gonna get some counters and these things. We can splurge on that, you know. And how many tiles do we got left? We have used up 45 out of 64. Right. So we also do need a hallway entryway shenanigan. So let me see, 6 tiles. Oh, and then we can go like so at the end. So 6, 7, 8, 9. That's allowed. So there you go. And, we got some tiles left. Right. We can have something at the end there that we can have. And what is the cheapest option? Maybe a nursery. You know what? We're gonna put in a nursery because that is not that expensive. I'm gonna put in a crib and Blarfi, and maybe just a good old chair in that corner. I'm gonna go for this one, so we know we have the money for a good chair. And then also a light. And I gotta open up that room. Oh no! There we go. Then I'm also just gonna put in some flooring and some wallpaper, so we know that we can afford it. Just so we know. Boom. How much money have we used up? We have used up 8,695 simoleons out of our 18,500 simoleon budget. Oh, okay. Alright, that's perfect. So you know what? We also gotta put up some wallpaper on the outside as well. I think I'm gonna go for yellow house. That would be kind of cute. I want this to be a very suburban house, you know? I think that would be kind of cute. I haven't done that in a while. I'm gonna put up these windows. Those are cheap. 25 simoleons. Can have one there. Maybe we need something there. And then on the side as well. Oh, and then this room. Oh, I just got an idea. This room, what if that is like a sunroom and we're saving money on that? I mean, I think that would be kind of cute because it's sticking out, you know, like a sore thumb. And thankfully the roof is free, because otherwise we would have some problems, some real problems up in there. I'm gonna go like so. Put in some glass roofing in the back too. No, I do not want that one. I want this one. Yay! And then maybe we can put this on a little platform just to get some height to it. I don't know. And then ooh, I want a good door for this. A good suburban door that is not that expensive. Can we find one? Please say we can. Oh, that one is nice, but that is worth 375 simoleons. But I can't find a cheaper door that I like for this home. You know what? I'm just gonna go for that for now, and we're just gonna see later on if we can afford that or not, okay? And maybe I'm gonna put up some columns because it looks kind of empty right now. We can probably maybe afford that. Yeah. How much money have we used? 9,577 simoleons. Ooh, yikes me. Okay, you know what? We need to start furnishing the inside before I start working on the outside. Okay, maybe I'm gonna put up some stairs. Now that I think about it, we cannot afford any platforms. We don't have the tiles for that. We got one tile left, but I'm not gonna use that for anything. Because what would I use that for? Oh, I deleted my door. Gee. But we're gonna do the exterior details and the landscaping in the end, because I'm kind of worried about the inside. We gotta save our money. So right, let's start furnishing the inside. And you know what? I'm just gonna put in some extra stuff in each room so we know that we have the money for it. I'm gonna have a chair over there. And we have used up 10,000 simoleons. Oh, yikes and me. And then in the primary bedroom, what do we need? We need a bedside table at least. And then on that table, we need a bedtime lamp. I don't know. And then it would also be good with a dresser. So we need a skinny one and a cheap one. That can go in there. Okay. And then there for the living room, we also need a rug. That is el importante. And then in the hallway, we need a little table. So there we go. Alright. We at least got some stuff now in each room. Oh, and maybe we could even have a table in there. Well, alright. Let's begin with the kitchen first. Let's put up the knickknacks and stuff like that. And I gotta remember the budget. So maybe, first of all, I want to change up the counters to maybe this color. That's kind of cute. And I'm also going to put in a little bit of a nicer fridge. So this one, 400 for that stove. I mean, yeah, okay, that can do. And then we're going to get in new stove hood. This one, 100. That might do. And then we're going to have 2 cabinets. Only 2 of them. One there and one over there. Sure, no more cabinets because that is expensive. And then we also need some knickknacks. And I gotta find some cheap knickknacks. And remember, our lot value is now at 11,361. And I'm now going to put up my knickknacks and then we shall see if our budget has moved an inch. It probably has. I mean, come on. Alright, so that was all my knickknacks in this teeny tiny kitchen. Put up a curtain. Don't know what happened to it, but something. And now our lot value is at 12,126. And not too good, but not too bad. I'm gonna say I'm happy with that. And we're gonna move on from this kitchen. Because or else I'm gonna use up all my money. And we're gonna move into the dining room. And for the dining room, what could we do? I mean, we could get a little bit of a nicer table. So what about this one? 250. And a little bit nicer chairs. What about these ones in yellow? And what about the rug? The entire rug? Maybe that could work. And then over here, we can change out that table to something. Oh, we are gonna change it out with this one. And it's only 165 simoleons. Actually. And then on that, we could maybe have this flower and this thingy, the utensil basket. Only 40 simoleons, people. And about that, we're gonna have a painting worth 125. Yeah. And oh, you know what would have been so cool if we had some curtains. Can we afford that? Oh, they have 40 simoleons curtains. Hello, we can squeeze that in. We can afford that. Hopefully we can. We have now used up 12,632. Oh, okay. We are done with the dining room now. And over to the living room we go. Now I'm gonna change out the couch. First and freaking foremost, that was an ugly couch. And maybe we can have this one. That is kind of funky and family friendly maybe. And then we're gonna change out the TV table. Another TV table. Oh, maybe we can afford this one. 345. I mean, that's a little bit expensive, but maybe we can afford it. Maybe if you just also put up some color around that, just like so. It looks kind of weird, kind of messy, but I kind of like that. You know, it looks like they just put a lot of stuff on there without any care in the world. Just what I want. And now for the TV. I don't really think we can afford a wall TV. Not even that one, but we kind of need a TV. What can we do? I mean, we could put up this on the wall and then pretend that they had a TV, but something happened. Or we could put up a shelf and put a teeny tiny TV on there. Hold on. Just like so. Whoa. You know, something happened to the TV. It fell off the wall and they couldn't afford a new TV, so they had to improvise. Gee. And then on the other side of the room, what do we need? I mean, we could have this on there for some reason. And the lights. I do want a little table, but we don't have the best of space, so we could perhaps put up a little stool with some magazines and a little cup. And our living room all finito up in here. Kind of a cute little living room this is. And we have used up 14,000 simoleons. Okay, yeah, we gotta squeeze in our budget real quick now. Oh, and by the way, I took down the columns out here because I was kind of scared for our money, but maybe we can put them back in when we're done with the house. Who knows? But anyway, so let's begin with the hallway out here. And I'm gonna change out that table for this one because that's more suburban, with also maybe a mirror on top of there. And can I find some very, very cheap knickknacks? Let's see about that. I mean, I kind of did. Not too bad. Then on the other side, what do we need? We could have a clothing rack for 85 and maybe some shoes. 40 simoleons. I mean, yeah, we can have that. And also the hooked down storage. Boom. And up the hallway, we need to find some cheap art because art is expensive. So what if, oh, we can have this one for 50 simoleons and just size it up a little bit. Then put a light on the other wall. This one. Sure, that is a beautiful hallway. We have used up 14,000, almost 15. Okay. On to the nursery over here. And I think, first of all, I want to change out that freaking crib for the bassinet I'm in. For this one, that's so beautiful. And maybe a teeny tiny rug underneath there. And then for Blarfi over here, you have a cute one. Oh, the dog. I love the dog. How much is that? 90. Sure, we can put that in. And then for the chair, we need a better chair. We can go for cozy chair. That one. 245. I mean, we can survive that. That's okay. Oh, and this one would have been so cute. How much is that? 75. We can afford that. That's okay. And then we could have like a little table over there. The nighttime table for 45. And then maybe we can even afford a pop-up study time book, 40 simoleons. Okay, we can have that there. And then also put up our curtains, 40 each. Beautiful. Now we just need some art on the wall, some non-expensive art. So this one, 40. I mean, that is expensive. Okay, we can have that there. And that was the whole nursery finito. Because we have used up 15,000 simoleons, people. G. And over to the primary bedroom we go. And you know what? I'm gonna change up the color of the bed a little bit to this one. Also the nighttime table. And maybe we could even squeeze in some more table knickety knacks on that. Maybe we can squeeze that in. Oh, yes, we did. Yes, we did. And maybe a little calendar up there, 50 simoleons. And then for this dresser over here, I'm gonna change up the color to maybe a white one. And then I need to find some little knickety knacks to put on that. Some very cheap ones. The cheapest of knickety knacks in there. Beautiful. And then we can also maybe have a plant over there, 45. And then also like a painting over there if I can find a cheap one. Maybe that one. That can do. 160, 150, I mean. Okay. And some curtains. Yeah. That was the primary bedroom. We got a rug, got some curtains. We got it all, peeps. And we have used up 15,946 simoleons. Not too bad. I'm kind of worried though because we have the outside to do. So let's do the bathroom. And for the bathroom, I'm gonna change up the color of these two. Maybe that one. Then we need some mirrors or one big mirror. That one, 150. Put that up there. All right. And then for the bathtub, I wanted a better bathtub shower combo. So could we maybe afford this one? 1,500. Squeeze that right in there. We could. Yeah. That was a lot of money, but I feel like that was worth it. And then for the toilet, we do need a toilet roll. And then something above the toilet as well. I mean, we could have this one, 85 simoleons, and we do not have to pay for knickety knacks. Sure, we can squeeze that up there. And then what about a very cheap toilet cleaner? 15 simoleons. That can be right there. Oh, and then we need a trash bin. Oh no! Can we? Oh, we don't have space for that in the kitchen. Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna put up a very cheap trash bin in here. You probably can't use that. No, you can't, but we have it now, so you can't complain. Then I'm also gonna put up some towels right there. And we have used up 17,000 simoleons. Oh no. What do we need? Oh, we need some soap and stuff. Well, okay, I'm gonna put up some soap right there. I mean, there's some soap and toothbrushes in one, so we're saving some money. And also some teen time towels right there. Only 35. Very good. And then last but not least, some hand towels. The cheapest one. And you're only gonna get one. Normally, I would put up two, but you're just gonna get one, okay? Because look at this. 17,321 simoleons. And we have a whole outside to do. So I'm gonna stop it right there for the furniture on the inside. And now we're gonna start with the outside. Oh, yeah, and the first thing I'm gonna do for the outside is put up some columns. We can afford that. I need it. I need me columns. It looks so empty without the columns, I tell ya. And what else can we do that is cheap? Oh, we can put up these flower boxes for free in the debug section. Gonna put them up on my windows. And then we could perhaps have a little number sign right on there. With also a little light. Maybe a tiny plant. This plant right here. Gonna squeeze it right in there. Good. And now I do kind of want a chimney. I need me chimney. So what is a very cheap chimney? What about that one? That is cheap. Doesn't really fit the style, does it? But it's cheap. I want it. All right, we're gonna go for that. And that was the whole exterior. Exterior details. Very neat and simple. We have used up 17,986 simoleons. And now we're gonna do the landscaping. The sweet old good old landscaping. So, and I kind of want a fence. A white picket fence. So what if we go for this one? And we just drop some little fences here and there. Not around the whole lot because we can't afford that, but a little bit like so. And maybe just one in the background right there. Yeah, we could do that. And oh yikes. What can we do? What about some garden pots? 3 of them right in there. Sure. And oh, now we can put up some plants. Some free debug plants. Hey ho, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be putting up my plants, my free debug plants all around this house. Make it a little bit nice. Put some pathing as well, maybe. Maybe that can help us. Maybe. And ta. My plants are up all around this lot. Hey. All around here. All around the back. Very good. And I also have one rock over here that cost me 4 simoleons. You're calling me. And now we're also gonna put up the trash bin and the mailbox. And let's see. The mailbox is free. So I'm gonna put that right there. And also the trash bin. 80. Is that enough? Oh, that was exactly our budget. Holy moly me. 18,500. That was a whole entire budget. All right. Wow, what a build. We are done with the build. The whole house is finito. Isn't it fantastic? I think so. And I'm of course going to do the house tour in the end of this video. So watch out for that. And now we're going to begin with tiny home number 3. And yes, as you can see, this lot is a lot bigger than these two, but it's still going to be the same size as these two at 20 by 15. All right. I just put the lots here because they're next to each other and it's kind of cute. It's still going to be 20 by 15. Good. Let's spin for it. Let's spin the first wheel. Ta-da! Oh no. We got random number of objects. Okay. And for this, we're going to do each room room is a random number of objects, okay? And I'm kind of worried about that because I'm so bad at counting. But okay, we're gonna manage, hopefully. But anyways, let's spin for the second wheel. Let it be good. Ooh, oh, aesthetic. Okay. And for this, we're just gonna do the whole house. The whole house is one aesthetic. So you know what that means? We gotta figure out what type of aesthetic we are gonna do. And I thought that instead of making a wheel with just some different aesthetics that I know of, I thought that we could find our beautiful aesthetic in this aesthetics list right here. We got aesthetics that I have never even heard of before. You know, we got lots of them. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna generate a random letter, and then I'm gonna generate a random number, and I'm gonna count down the whole list until we get the letter. So for example, if I get C, you have to go to the C list, and then I get like number 5, I have to go to the 5th item on the list, which is that one. All right, good. So first of all, let's generate the letter. 1, 2, 3. Whoop. Okay, we got A. That was not that exciting. Okay, we got A. Let's generate the number. Now I've just gone from 1 to 50. I think it's about 50 for each list. But anyways, let's generate a number. 28. Okay, 28. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21,
28. Art Academia. I have never heard about that before. What is that? Okay, so Art Academia is an academic aesthetic centered around the creation and enjoyment of art. Okay. It's similar to Light Academia and Dark Academia, but it focuses primarily on the visual arts. I see. So it is kind of like an artsy academic person. Oh wow, we got some Voss water. Straight from Voss in Norway. Good old tap water. I'm kind of getting the vibe here. It's kind of like the art hall aesthetic meets the dark/light academia aesthetic. Kind of like so. Right. So what do we got for this house? For this house, we got random number of objects for each room, and also the art academia aesthetic for this whole house. Wonderful. So I think before we decide the random objects for each room, we gotta make the house first, the shell of the house. And what kind of house do I want to make? I mean, it would be kind of fun if we made a teeny tiny little castle. I mean, that is a bad idea. Number 1, a castle is a tiny house, not the greatest idea. And number 2, I do not know if that can be classified as art academia or even normal academia. But we can try. Here's my tower. Oh, how am I gonna do this? We're gonna make a tiny box, so like so. And then maybe we can have something funky on the end here. Boom. And then on the second floor, we could have a teeny tiny little room. Not very teeny tiny, but a little. Oh, we're at 81 tiles. That's not good. Go in. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna delete the floor for this room right here, just to save up the tiles. And then this whole place needs to go in a little bit. We're now at 66. Okay. What about like so? 62. We got 2 tiles left, people. Where are we gonna put them? Maybe we can put them right there for a little teeny tiny entryway. Yeah. Okay. Here is our house. Beautiful old house. We're gonna make that into a castle. Just trust the process, or don't. I don't know. And then yeah, now we gotta make the rooms. So okay. First of all, we need a staircase, and we have some tall walls or the medium walls. So what if I put the stairs up like so? Then we can have the kitchen over there, and the living room right there. And then on the top floor, we can have a bedroom and the art studio right there. But where are we gonna have the bathroom? Oh, there's no place to squeeze in the bathroom, because right here we need to have a dining table or something. Oh, okay. What if we put up the bathroom right there? Have a teeny tiny little bathroom. I mean, yeah, hopefully we will not get like 60 items for that room. Hopefully not. So we have the living room right there, dining nook right there, kitchen there, hallway, bathroom, bedroom, plus art office. And what are we gonna do for the generator? Because this is just one big room, and that's kind of not fun. All right, you know what we're gonna do? This is the kitchen right here. We're just gonna pretend that there is a line that goes from there and down there, like so, kinda. So this right here, that is one big room for the generator, and then the kitchen will get its own spin. We're gonna remove that wall because we do not want that wall. And then the bedroom and the office, that can be one. That's okay. So right, we've all decided, and now we're gonna do the randomly generated numbers. And here is my generator. As you can see, the minimum is 3 objects, and the maximum is 100 objects. I really do hope that I do not get 100 objects for the bathroom, because I don't know what I'm gonna do then. But let's have hope. And let's have hope. But okay, let's generate for the exterior first. What is that gonna be? I don't even know. So 1, 2, 3, generate. 36 items. I mean, that could be bad, because I do not know how many windows we need. So right, 36 items, and then now we gotta put those 36 items up. Yay. And no, I'm not gonna count the wallpaper and flooring. That is not an object. That is already there from before. So I'm not counting that. But everything else, I'm counting. Alright, so a beautiful castle over here. The exterior. And we need some castle walls. And how am I gonna do this? Am I gonna count this as 1 or 4? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna count this as 1. And I'm not gonna do that, because that's gonna make a room. I'm gonna do this instead. Hey yo, move it over there. Now it's not a room. Yeah, I'm gonna count that as 1. And that also as 1. So we got 2 items now. Beautiful. And now for the door, that is a 3. And then we need a staircase up here. Right. 4 items. Some columns as well. 5, 6. And then and windows. Oh no. No. Because we need a lot of windows on that tower. Alright, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then a window here, 25. And then we can have a window over there. Yeah. Then we need some window over here too. Okay, maybe. We can have one window right there. That's okay. So we have 27 items. Oh, alright. And then we need some freezers. And I'm gonna count this as 1. So 28, 29. And what about that chimney? 30. Alright, so now we have 30 items. And what I do want to do now is put up some vines. But I don't know how many vines we can put up. But I'm gonna try. So 1, 32, 33, 34. And ooh, okay. You know what? Now that I think about it, we have a railing. So that's 35. And that roof, 36. So I think that's it. We can't put up anything else. That was the 36. Good job by me. Wish I could put up more vines, but I can't, sadly. Alright, let's do the landscaping now. And let's generate for that our sweet old landscaping. 1, 2, 3. 67 items. That could be good or bad. Alright. So for an academic place, I think we're gonna put up a fence around this whole lot. And remember, it was gonna be 20 by 15. So it matches with the other houses, you know. And then pop in a big old gate right there. Right. And you know what? To make it more regal or more fancy like, I'm gonna put up these ones from the debug section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then what are we gonna have in this garden? I mean, I think we can have some flower beds, some beautiful old flower beds, because I feel like that's very academic. So we're gonna put up a fence right there. 1, 2, and 3. Make that a little bit fancy, maybe. And maybe. Right, so that's 3 of them. And then in those flower beds, we are gonna have flowers, of course, but also some statues and a fountain, maybe. But first of all, we're gonna put up our flowers. And okay, I'm gonna use a lot of flowers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 20. Ooh. And then also statues. Okay, I think I'm at like 40 right now. 40 or 50. I can't remember. I gotta count that all over again. But before I do that, maybe I can put up some artsy stuff. So we need a bench over there. Then an easel, maybe. How many was that? I don't know. Then we can also have some little flowers over there as well. 2 of them. And what about some trees in the background, maybe? How many items was that? I gotta count this. I got to. Alright, well, we are now at 67 items, people. I had to remove 1 tree, but we are now at 67 items. I can't do anything else. But what I can do is put in some pebbles all around here and put in some shading. And just like that, our home is here. A beautiful landscaping. I wish that I could put in some more items, but I'm not gonna delete anything because I'm happy with it. And we're gonna move on inside. Yay! And on the inside, I'm first of all just gonna begin with the wallpaper and flooring. So we can maybe just go for this wallpaper. That's very academic-like. And for the flooring, we're gonna go for the artsy flooring. Well, alright, I'm kind of stalling right now. We're gonna begin with the kitchen. So let's generate for that. And hopefully it's not gonna be bad. Please do not be. Please give me a good number. Alright, well, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Kitchen, 17 items. Oh no. No. Oh no. I was not prepared for that. But alright, 17 items. Let's go. So what do we need? I mean, we can put up a fridge right there. That's 1. And so that's 2. And then on the other side, we need some counters. So 3, 4. Over there too as well. Okay, yeah. And then, okay, that is a big problem. So we need to put up a wall right there. That is 7. And I do want some different wallpaper in the kitchen. So I'm gonna go for this one. And then we need some columns. That's 8. Ooh, that's right. Oh, and you know what would have been so cool? See if we put up some tiles. Some checkered tiles like this. The white one. I'm gonna press Ctrl F to get the quarter tiles. And then also the black one. Yeah. I thought that's cool. I like that. Alright. So what do we need now? We kind of need a stove hood. And then we do also need a sink over there. That's right. So put it in there. And some cabinets as well. 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh. Oh no, my naked axe. I gotta put up my naked axe. No, that was not 12. Yeah, that was 12. What am I going on with? Alright. Well, what we need is a trash bin over there. 13. Maybe something over there. 14. No, I'm counting wrong again. Okay, we're at 16. With that one, that is 17. Right. That was our kitchen. A very, very beautiful kitchen. We're not gonna speak about that. No. And we're gonna move on to the living room, dining room, entryway shenanigan. And we're gonna generate for that. And hopefully that will not be bad. Hopefully not. Let's generate. 1, 2, 3, go. 42 items. Okay, that is good. That is actually good. I'm excited. Alright, so first of all, we gotta put in the couch. So this one over here, that will fit in perfectly. Almost perfectly. That's 1. Then a dining table. That's 2. And some chairs. 3 and 4. Whoa! What else can we have in here? We need to put in a lot of knickety-knacks because we need to put in a lot of stuff. So we can put in this table over here. That's 4. And then a lot of knickety-knacks on that. Plus a lot of pictures. A picture collage wall. That's what we're gonna have up there. Alright, so here's my knickety-knacks. That was 20 altogether. And then rug, 21. And then this one over here, 22, 23, 24, 25, 28, 29, 30, 31. And the third number there, 39. And 42. 2. Bum bum. Below this living room. I mean, it's very academic, artsy vibe, isn't it? I kind of like it. I mean, I kind of, you know, I didn't have enough items for this place because I used up all the items over here. Not gonna delete anything. I'm happy with that. What a place. Now we're gonna move on to the bathroom in here. And let's generate for that. And 1, 2, 3, generate away. Please do not be 100 items. Please do not be that. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 6 items. Oh my gosh, that's maybe too little, but I'm happy. Okay, so 1, 2, in the sink. What sink are we gonna go for? Can't go for that one. 3. Then we need a mirror, and that is 4. Oh yikes, we have 2 items left. What do we need? We need a towel over there, hand towel. That's 5. And then a toilet roll. That can be over there, just to fill in the space. 6 items. What a beautiful bathroom. Whoa. And now we're gonna move on to the bedroom over here and the artsy corner. So let's generate for that. And what are we gonna get? 1, 2, 3, go. 36 items. Oh yeah, I mean that's good enough. That's plenty of space. And you know what? I've already put up the railings. That's 1 item down. Then we need a bed. And I want a very artsy bed. So what about that one? In that color. Beautiful. 2 items down. And then we're also gonna have a staffali over here. An easel. Boom. Also maybe a rug into the bed. And then that time table. That is 5 items. Okay, with some knickknacks on that. Which equals to 9. Okay. And then maybe we need a dresser over there actually. We can put in that dresser and squeeze in some knickknacks of that. Which becomes 14 items. Okay. And then 15, 16, 17, 18. We gotta make this artsy, people. 19. Ooh, and in this corner, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Ooh, and some paint splatters. 27, 26. Oh my gosh, I have lost count again. We need some curtains though, at least. I gotta count this all over again. And also a curtain over there. Bum. Alright, welcome back. I have recounted the items. We are now at 34. That means that we have 2 more items to put up, and I'm gonna put up these curtains. 36. There we go. Our bedroom, that very artsy corner, is now finito. And what a job that was. That was so hard to count all the items, I do gotta say. But it's done now. Look at this artsy academic place. Wow. And that means that the whole house is now done. Hey. And the whole house tour will be at the end. Oh, I'm excited for that. And now we're gonna begin with our 4th and final house of today. Our 4th and final tiny house. So let's spin for that. And 1, 2, 3, spin away. Ooh, size. And it's gonna be each room is different size, because it would have been boring if the whole house was one size. Alright, okay, let's spin for the next one. 1, 2, 3, spin away. Oh no. Levels as in each room is a different level. I hate levels inside the house. They're so difficult, but okay, perfect. Let's generate our numbers for the size first. And for this, I have decided that I'm of course gonna assign the room first, and then we're gonna generate the number for that. But after that, I'm just gonna put in the test furniture first and do that for all of the rooms. And then I'm gonna do the leveling of each room. And after that, I'm gonna do the furniture for real. Put in all the stuff and all that. Bang. Alright, but I cannot change up any of the rooms after I've gotten the size, okay? No. And I'm gonna do that because after the day I've had, I need it. I do not need another failure today, okay? I'm gonna be a little bit nice. I'm gonna do that. Hope you understood what I'm trying to say, because I don't really know right now. I'm kind of tired. 4 houses in one day is not good. But here we are. So right, let's generate the rooms. And as you can see here, we have the minimum and the maximum. Maybe I have to change up the maximum as we go, because we have to remember that this is a tiny house. So maybe I have to change that up. Who knows? And we're gonna generate 2 numbers. So it's gonna be, for example, 2 by 3 and so on and so on. So we gotta generate 2 numbers. So right, let's generate for the kitchen first maybe. Minute. We're gonna start with that. So generate away. Oh no, 10. Okay, that was not a good start. And for the second number, 3. 10 by 3. Right. Okay, so 10 by 3. So we got 3 and 10. I think I'm gonna have that just right about here. Seems like a good spot. Remove that wall though. And this was gonna be the kitchen. That is a pretty long kitchen. And this is gonna be a tiny house. So I'm mean people. I'm gonna do an executive decision right here. And I'm gonna make this into a kitchen and dining and living room space. Alright. I think that is the smartest move right here. So it's gonna be kind of like so. And maybe we can have the door over here. Yeah, we can do that. Let's spin for the entryway. We need an entryway. And hopefully the entryway is not gonna be 10 by 10 or something. I'm praying. I'm hoping. Let's generate the first number. 6. Okay, I'm kind of worried. Let's spin for the second number. 1. We got 1. Okay, I can live with that. I can live with that. That is actually good. 6 by 1. Alright, so okay. So maybe we can start it right there and then go 6 out. I'm gonna have it 1 more in actually. Like so. And I don't know what we need in this hallway, entryway. This is kind of small. We're gonna have the door there. And we need some doors and stuff like that. I'm not gonna have anything in there for now. Right. right. What else do we need? We need a bedroom. That we do need. We need a bedroom. And you know what? I'm gonna change down the maximum a little bit because it's gonna be a tiny house. We gotta lower those numbers. There we go. And we're gonna do the bedroom. So 1, 2, 3. Generate. And we got number 3. Okay, that's good. And the second number 4. 3 by 4. I am kind of worried. Where are we gonna have the bedroom? Maybe right here. So 4 and 3. Do we have space for a double bed? I mean, barely. Okay. So where are we gonna have the bed? Right there. Sure. Got a bed. Then we can have like a door right there. Good. Let's generate for the bathroom. Generate away. Another 3. Okay. What is the second number? 2. 3 by 2. I mean, hey ho, that is perfect. I thought that I was gonna get like 3 by 6 or something, and I was gonna be so sad. But that is actually perfect. So how are we gonna have that? Maybe something like so. And put a bathroom in there. Put the toilet also. Alright. I can squeeze in and we can have a door right there. Beautiful. And now we have some tiles left. We have used up 54 out of 64. And what room is that gonna be? Maybe like an office or something that we could maybe have. So let's generate away. Ooh. Okay, 2. How to borrow some? By 4. 2 by 4. That is a teeny tiny room. But let's see. Where are we gonna even have this room? We could have it over there, but that's gonna be weird. Ooh, maybe we can have it right there. So you have to go through the bedroom to get to the office. And that could be kind of cool. And you know what? I am gonna do that. Our sweet old office. Beautiful. And then now we just gotta do the levels. And as you can see, I've put this whole build on tall walls because we need that. So alright. Golly gosh me. So I think maybe the kitchen / dining / living room, that can be normal level. And the entryway, that can be 1 level. And the bathroom can be 2. Oh no, wait. The hallway can be 2. And that can be 1 level. Alright. And I think that the office can be 4. And the bedroom can be 5. Yeah. I think that makes sense. So we can have a staircase right there. That doesn't need a staircase. We can have a staircase there and there. Maybe. I think that can work out. I think that is good. What a weird shape of a house this is. That I gotta say. It's a weird old box. It's a weird old house. And who has weird old houses? People who like the modern stuff. So maybe this house can be a modern house. A very non-Nora modern house. Because I do not know how to build modern builds. Maybe we can do something like that. I'm scared though, but maybe. Better right there. We do also need some stairs in here. And I think could squeeze in some stairs right there. I've taken down the wall. That's okay. Then I do believe we're gonna have a staircase up there as well. Into that bedroom. And how are they gonna get into here? Okay, we need to take down 1 wall. That's okay. And then pull up down a staircase right there. Into there. Sure, you know what? That can do. You know what? We have 2 more tiles. I think I'm gonna use up those tiles. To make a little shenanigan out here. Just kind of like so. Beautiful. We can actually get into this house. That was a smart move by me. Whoa. Alright, now we're gonna begin with the furnishing. Now we are gonna begin. And I think we're gonna begin with the kitchen and everything else that's in this room. Yeah. And you know what? As I said, I wanted this place to be very modern, very minimalistic. And there is one type of style that I haven't really done before because I'm kind of scared of it. And that style is the brutalism style. The brutalism. Not my favorite style. Kind of scared of it. But I think we're gonna try that today. Because I feel like this blocky level home, they would like that, you know? So I feel like actually for the kitchen, we can put up a glass wall right there. And I gotta think minimalistic brutalism here. Oh, yikes you. And if I get anything wrong with the brutalism theme, then I'm sorry. It's my first time ever doing a brutalism kitchen. A house, I mean. Oh my gosh, it's late. So we're gonna put up that one. And then a stove in there. And then for a stove hood. Oh, yikes me. What are we gonna go for? Modern. What about that? Oh, that. That is massive. But we're gonna do that. Beautiful. Never a dining table. What are we gonna go for? Something out about that. What about this one? That's kind of ugly, but I think I'm gonna try with that. And there's some good old chairs. What are we gonna go for? Ooh, what am I gonna go for? Maybe these ones. That could maybe do. And then for the living room part, ooh, we can maybe use that kit. What's that kit called again? A refined living room. But then there's a big old couch. There's maybe that one over there, the block of a table. And also TV. Not that one. This one. Yeah. All right. Oh, and then we need to put in some flooring. I'm gonna go with this one. That's kind of neat and nice. Very concrete like. Very scary. I'm liking that. But okay, then for the bathroom over here, you need to change out the stuff. And I'm gonna get in this serene stone tub with also the matching sink and the matching toilet. Oh, I'm just putting in the main furniture right now. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Oh, and then for this wall over here, that wall is also gonna be glass. Beautiful. And then for the bed, we're gonna change out the bed to something more funky. So what about people? What are we gonna do? Very modern brutalism. Oh my gosh, Nora, pick a bed. You can go with that. Yeah. And some very blocky bedside tables. Then we need a dresser as well. Ooh, that one is cool. That's maybe not brutalism, but I like it. I do like it. And then for the desk over here, ooh. I mean, I can't really find one that matches the theme, but maybe they can get this one because this person is an architect. That's why they live here. And also a computer. What can you get? That one. I mean, yeah. Okay. That was all the main furniture. And now we just gotta put in the rest. We gotta put in the windows, all the knickety-knacks. Not too many knickety-knacks, but a little bit. All we gotta do. Oh, I'm nervous for some reason. But okay. yeah, for the knickety knacks for the kitchen, we can have this little sofa thingy-tangity over there with also some knives and some plants. Okay, keeping it simple. Then on the other side, we are just gonna put up this one, the utensil utopia, right in there. And that was the kitchen. Oh, I mean, we can also put up a plant right there. And of course, a steel trash bin. Boom, fantastic. And then over to the living room over here. We need some knickety knacks for a TV table. So I found this one in the statue. I put it right in there, kind of like so. With also maybe a plant on the side. And maybe a lamp over there. Yeah, kind of scary. Oh, and then maybe the first time ever, I can use the solid faux wall in here. Stack them along. For some reason, I thought that was kind of cool. And then we also need some windows. So I'm gonna put that up right there. Maybe one on the top as well. But with my curtains. Come on, put it up there. Beautiful little curtains. And maybe we do need some more windows over here. What can we do? We can put up some right there. And some windows up here too for some reason. I made a big old T. T for Toby. Toby with an eye. Magical. And then in the bedroom, we also do need a window. And then, oh, we can put up these ones right on the wall, right there. That's kind of funky, isn't it? I mean, sure, I'll allow that. Oh, and this picture on the wall. Hey ho, that fits right in. Boom. And right in this office, we also need another window. And maybe another window over there. That'd be kind of cool. And then we can use some more of this. The faux wall. Put it right on there. And then right on there, I'm gonna stack up some books. And that teeny tiny plant over there. Whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, indeed. And I'm also gonna have another wall in the bathroom where I'm gonna have some soap and another teeny tiny plant. And what a bathroom this is, I do gotta say. Maybe we need some more windows now. I mean, sure, yeah. We can have a window right there and like two right there somewhere. I mean, yeah, and then one on top as well to match that one. Cute. I mean, have you ever described the Brutalist home as cute? I don't know, but I did right now. And that was actually the whole inside. Very minimalistic, very modern. Got the bedroom, got the bathroom, got the office, all neat up in there. And now we gotta focus on the outside, the exterior. I'm not really sure what to do. I really am not. But we can of course begin with the wallpapers. I think one of them is gonna be white, like so, and then we can have another color, like brown maybe. Then a darker one in the back. Then a little lighter one right there. We could, yeah. I mean, yeah. And then maybe, ooh, on the roof we can have some platforms. No, we cannot, because we have a tiny home. Ooh, what am I gonna do? I mean, we could put up some half walls, make some different heights with that. That we could maybe do, and then just not make a room with my shenanigan room trick. Just like so. That looks kind of cool with all different colors and different half walls. Okay, I like it. And now, you know what? I want to fill in the spaces in here, but we can't use platforms. But you know what we can do? We can put up these ones, the stone shelves, just size them up and raise them up a little bit as well, and then just put them in there for all of them. That could be either great or not so great. I mean, I don't know how this is gonna go, but okay, this is how it went. I think that was a swell idea. I like it. It looks like platforms. I'm happy. You're maybe not happy, or maybe you are. I don't know. But anyways, enough of the rest of the exterior. And I saw this picture right here for Brutalist home, and they had lots of plants just sticking out of it. And I want to do that. I want to put up my vines, and that's what I'm gonna do right about now. I'm putting up my vines, my good old vines, up on the hill, up on the place, everywhere we go. I got my vines, and here they indeed are, my beautiful vines. Hey, 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 hey. Put them up some places, not everywhere. I mean, I could do a little bit more, but it is so late right now. I gotta wrap this up sometime. I do love me vines. Oh, and by the way, these vines are right here. That is that little icon right there from this little living pack. So now you know they look like this. Those are some beautiful vines. Wow, wow. Okay, so that I think was the exterior, and now we gotta do the landscaping, the garden. And what am I gonna do? I mean, I want it to be very concrete-like, so maybe we can put up a concrete fence like this one. Make some funky shapes as well, maybe. Kinda. And then just fill that whole place in with some concrete flooring. We could maybe do that. Hey, 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 that is looking cool. I kinda like that in an odd way. And you know what? While I was putting up this, I kinda had another idea. And that idea was to put up these shelves again and just stack them right on here just to make some heights, because we can't use any more platforms. If I could use any more platforms, I would do that, but I can't because of the tiny home. But I'm gonna put up those shelves, then I'm gonna put some grass on top of that. Because that would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? I think it would, and I think it can. Just kind of like so. I mean, that is kind of cool. I like that. Different levels. Happy with that. And what else can we do up in here? I mean, what about a fountain? Oh, we can put them on the side. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. I should not have done this build so late in the day. It's 8 p.m. I started this at 9 p.m. No, 9 a.m. See, I don't even know the time. But back here, we can also put up some more walls, like these ones, and perhaps even some more garden patches, grass patches, right over there, and then also a couch in the middle with some teeny tiny tables. Wow, Woo, beautiful. Oh, and then in the front here, we do also maybe need a trash bin. And what is a Brutalism trash bin? Not that one. But what about this one? The square one in, oh yes, in gray. No circles around here, except for these lights. But other than that, no circles. Nothing at all. Cutesy wootsy. And with that, I do actually believe that this house is finito. It gotta be a very boxy Brutalism-ish home. Yay! And that means that we're done with all of these houses. Oh, yeah, me, that's right. And you know what that means? It means that it's finally time for a house tour. So let's start. Yay. And we are gonna begin with the second house first, because I'm already here. And we got and we indeed got our very cute suburban old house on the outside, and in the back here as well. Cute old thing. Well, and let's just step on inside our very suburban house. We got a very empty hallway. Look at it go. Oh my gosh. And if we step in here, we got our cute old kitchen with no roof tiles. Couldn't afford that. And the other side as well. Woo woo. And then if we get out further down, we got a dining room. And I like this dining room. It's kind of cute. It really is. The whole roof shenanigan on top. I put a light up there. That was not supposed to be there. Okay. Well, anyways, cute old room. And then on the other side of the hallway, we have our living room on both sides. A cute living room. Kind of like it. Very suburban. With our TV on there. And then if we get out further, we have our primary bedroom. Only one person can sleep in here. Hopefully. That poor other person. And then we also got a bathroom. Whoa. Our bathroom. Couldn't afford another towel, sadly. And then in our last room, we got our nursery for a little baby. And that was really the whole house number 2. Woo. And now on to our first house over here. And ta-ta! Our first house. Yeah, I love it. It is so cute. Look at it go. Our tower. And then outside. I mean, the exterior is great. I love it. It's so messy. It's so out and about there. I couldn't have asked for more, really. I love it a lot. Well, alright, let's look inside our little house. And on the first floor, we have a very teeny tiny hallway or entryway with a teeny tiny bathroom, all smashed up. Hey. And then let's get down along to the second floor. Up the stairs we go. And in through the door. Oh my gosh, where am I? In here, we have our beautiful dining nook with our cute old kitchen over here. Very messy. I love it. Actually, it is so messy. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then onto the third floor. Oh, this is when the camera gets a little bit out and about there. Oh my gosh. No, this is not working. We got a bedroom. The camera will not. Oh my gosh, the camera. This is not working. Jibali, let me see. We have a dresser, some beds, and that messy corner over there. Okay, onto the fourth floor. You see what I'm dealing with. The camera and I are not friends. Alright, but up here, we have our living room. And now I'm gonna try to move. And our bedroom over here. Very messy. And I forgot to paint the ceiling. I gotta do that. Alright, well, oh my. Let's get out of here. And here are the overview of the rooms. We got the fourth floor over here. The third floor. The second floor. And the first floor down here. Wow. And then right over here, we have our Brutalism home. I forgot about that house. I'm gonna do that last. We got the outside with the exterior and everything. And in the back here as well. Oh my gosh. Very Brutalism, very boxy. First time I've done it. Kind of know this. You know with the vines. I think it's kind of cool. I don't like it. Kind of like a Lego block. But I like my Legos. That's okay. Alright, let's step on inside. And inside we shall find the kitchen and dining. Very empty. But that's how it's supposed to be. Then we have the living room over here. With also our bathroom. And the very tall walls. Oh, Geojai. Then we step over here. Oh, this is kind of cool. Kind of like that. We got our bedroom. With a dresser and everything. And then if we get down here, we got... Oh, it disappeared. We got our office. Wow. Okay, on to our next house, which is the Artsy Academia, also known as the castle. Hey. And my vines have been popping up. Okay, I gotta fix that. When did that happen? I do not know. But it's outside, the landscaping, my flower beds, beautiful, and the exterior. Then we got the back of the house as well. And oh my gosh, what happened there? Oh no, gotta fix that. But oh yeah, my vines, everything. Oh gee. Okay, well let's just step inside. My gosh. And inside we shall find a very empty kitchen and kind of a cute dining room, living room. Oh, this is kind of lovely. I like that. Especially this little nook over here with all the knickety knacks on that table. I really overestimated the items that we needed and they all ended up on here. But I kind of like it. So, you know, into the bathroom we go. Wow. Oh my. Let's not look at that anymore. Let's go upstairs instead into our bedroom. That is right over here actually. Oh, this is cute. I like this. Hey. Oh my gosh. That is nice. And then our artsy corner over here. Cute. Oh, I like this room. I think this is my favorite room. Happy about that. And then also a little overview. We got the second floor and the first floor. Cute. Boom. House tour done. And now it's time for the outro. Woo. And welcome. This is the outro. If you want to download these houses, you can. They're up in my gallery. And my gallery ID is JustNoraGaming. Hey. And don't forget to like, subscribe because it really does help me out. So thank you. But only if you want to. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.